Warning, the following show features stunts performed either by professionals or under the supervision of professionals. Accordingly, the reality guys and producers must insist that none of these opinions be taken as facts. Now, please enjoy the show.
Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co-host, Brian.
Come on, everybody.
We're back to talk the rehearsal. If you've been watching our coverage, we've been huge fans of this show. Episode 5, the Angela saga came to an end, Brian. A little abrupt. We thought it was going to make it to the full episode 6. Maybe she makes a cameo and makes a return. Who knows? We'll get to that. But Angela, man, who would have thought it just took God to get Angela to leave the rehearsal? The big part in the kind of big topic du jour in their co-parenting experiment was, what would you do in a two-faith household? Nathan grew up a Jew, self-admittedly not a great practicing Jew. And obviously we've come to find out Angela is a very devout Christian, born again, and some would say obnoxiously so. Not very Christian of her to not consider other people's feelings and all, and we can get into that. But this turned into layers of Nathan having secret Judaism lessons with what's her name, Miriam. Miriam was a piece of work as well. And I want to get Brian's thoughts. Obviously, I know they're a little different than mine. I really liked the episode. I liked that this is a very, very touchy, real topic. And I liked that they got to something that was a little hard and to something that you may not be able to get to a positive result to. You may not come to a common understanding. And that's what I have liked a lot about this homeschooling versus even some of the one-on-ones. They're a little more simplified and things like that. But Bri, overall, your thoughts before we dive into the nitty gritty.
I had watched it, I think, before you, and I had originally said, I didn't really like this episode. I actually just rewatched it again because I was not paying attention fully during it because I was just kind of not interested. I don't really get interested in anything involving religion. My wife grew up Jewish, and we just decided we're not doing any of that crap just because you're going to piss somebody off. With your grandparents and things like that, or our parents, and it's just, so to me, it's just not a sensitive topic because I just don't really care about it. But I know a lot of people, especially in this world, not even just this country, take that stuff super seriously. And I thought that after rewatching it, Bill, I will say it was a really good representation of what happens in, I think, a majority of the households in America.
Very true. And it was hard to watch. And those are the episodes I think are the best. It was hard. It was tough. You felt bad for him because the moments when you start to forget that this isn't an actual relationship and you start to actually feel for him or put yourself in his shoes, it's tough. And then you pull yourself back out because he'll remind you that this is not really real. Some of the barbs, though, there was some high intellectual jabs being made at one another, and some real asshole comments, to be frank, especially with the whole title of the episode being Apocalypto. Mel Gibson's Apocalypto. Mel Gibson, well-known Passion of the Christ, well-known Jew hater, and she just went on about how she loved Mel Gibson as a director and performer and how she loves Apocalypto. And Nathan is like, right on it immediately before I even could think of it. He's had some words to say about Judaism.
So here's the thing about that. That to me, bringing that up almost seemed like it wasn't real. That she didn't.
Real.
Yeah, like her favorite movie is it's just the way the
No. I don't think that's actually her favorite movie. I think she was trying to be a jerk. I think she knew what she was
that
doing.
Clever.
I do.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I do think she was that clever. One sec.
Nudity.
What?
Never mind. I'm joking.
Yeah. No, I do think she knew what she was doing. I thought she may have even popped out saying that The Passion of the Christ was her favorite movie. That would have been really.
Yeah, see, I would have that answer. I think I would have believed, oh yeah, that actually is her favorite.
It's just so classic because, again, I just think that and this is the point. I think she's kind of fed up with it. She's a jerk. I'm back to her being a jerk though, man, because
Yeah.
even besides the religious stuff, I'm not going to make somebody make a decision on that or not. She wasn't taking the thing seriously. Turns
Yeah.
out when he was gone, she wasn't even like playing the role. She was just talking to people in real life and just chilling. She was not doing the experiment. Screw that, dude. That was just the whole thing. It's the whole point.
I know I'm surprised it took him that long to pick that up. You would think he would be the type of guy that would be like super checking on that aspect of like what she's doing, like everyone's following. I mean, for Christ's sakes, he like played somebody else for a few episodes. So like it's surprising
So
to me
fun.
that he didn't pick that up.
We did have Miriam and Angela have a faith off. That was, and she just was done. You're an anti-Semite. I'm
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
But then, well, Miriam isn't without recourse here. I did find it a little tough that Miriam was pushing and said that because Nathan was Jewish, he has to use his platform to push Israel. Again, not what our channel is about, but it just doesn't seem very, when she was being very playing off the kindness and stuff, as soon as she had him, kind of when she knew she had kind of won that battle, she dug right into him for what he could do for them. And I was like, oh, this is again probably why he's not very religious.
Yeah, I don't want to speak on religion because I know it's
no, it is, but I'm just saying the idea, the whole point of it is it's not one type of religion or a religious person. It's not Jewish people or just Christianities or Muslim. It's like, that's the whole point of showing, like, we're all the same. She was trying to be so hard on Angela, and she also had her selfish notions and was using her stuff for her own means as well. Exactly. Everyone does that. It's human, but I just thought, like we were saying, it is just so accurate. And it's interesting to hear you say, like, hey, this is something we've talked about. Just not government. We're just going to avoid this one. We're just going to go hard left.
Talking about me?
Yeah, like it's interesting. Like you said, it's a real life conversation. Like you literally have had this conversation.
And it's not because me and my wife care. It's just it's really just certain parents care. And it's just like, it's not even worth it because it's just a different age now, honestly.
You're right. You're 100% right. Whatever you want. I do like that apparently the Alligator Lounge caught on to Nathan Fielder. So now we have Nate's Lizard Lounge.
Super funny. Super funny logo too.
Great logo. I'm pretty sure I took a picture of it. I think I have it on my phone. So
we gotta try to get there. If that place is so
Nate's Lizard Lounge. He was a Dr. Fart in the beginning, and the first fight was because Angela didn't like the idea. They said they were eating poop. So that was really funny.
Give me a break. She's a kid.
She's the worst. And also, upsettingly, but we kind of figured this out the last few episodes, he is not going to do any other rehearsals.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
So it makes me, I'm wondering if we are going to get another season of the rehearsal, because is he really just out on doing rehearsals?
Well, I thought he was saying that he couldn't do any more because of this rehearsal.
Well, I hope so. I would love to see more.
That's how I interpret
I'm hoping he's just not trying to tell this is kind of just like one thought experiment. The show is great. People love it. I think it should 100% come back, but there is part of me
more small scale things. I think like this one was too big.
Let's get back to the trivia.
Yeah, let's talk about lying about education, or like asking somebody on a date would be great. Like,
yeah, oh my god, anything like
job interview, like.
Oh my god, it'd be so funny. Just anything
like that. I think it would just be good.
So overall, again, this was a good episode for us because it had some discourse here. I'd love to hear in the comments. We've been enjoying everyone's comments. So we're divided. So we want to hear where you guys stand on it as far as, was this episode good or not? Did you think he handled the topic sensitively enough or in a good way, the Nathan way? We just want to hear your thoughts. So make sure you're subscribe, hitting the notification bell. We will definitely be covering the finale next week. We're covering a bunch of other stuff, reality TV, any kind of flavor, whether it's love stuff like The Bachelor, different game show things like Claim to Fame or The Challenge. We're also covering our kind of MTV type shows like Jersey Shore, Buckhead Shore, hopefully Floribama Shore in the future. We did
anything with island or shore in the title.
We cover anything. And Love Island, obviously. We'll have a kind of week 3 summary coming out Monday or Tuesday as well. So we really appreciate everyone commenting, appreciate everyone watching, and hopefully it grows more in the future. But for myself and Brian, thank you. Peace.